what is an AI agent? So one way I like to think of about what is an AI agent. One is a technical definition that you can give, like AI agent is something when LLM is used to do some reasoning and some original problem solving or planning to do some task. So that is a more technical definition of what is an AI agent. But if I have to make it a simpler thing and just explain it in lay terms, I think an AI agent is something that you can talk to in natural language conversation, or you can give instructions to it in a natural language conversation format. And either you can talk to it directly by giving saying things or sending messages to it, or it can pick information from some file which has some natural language text, something like that, and turn that into a plan. It has understanding about natural language, pretty much like a human being would have understanding, a very general purpose understanding, and it can read code, it can write code like a person would. It can also figure out which tools to use. Again, tools is a bit getting into a bit technical side of things, but in a way you can think of as like if we are given some standard services that it can just call and get something done, it can just figure out based on the task given. Out of all the services that you've given, all the catalog services that it has access to, it can figure out which service to use when based on what you ask for. For example, if you ask it to order a pizza, if it has the service which allows it to do that, which is to call the Domino's APIs and order a pizza, it will be able to do it. If it doesn't have it, it won't. So that is just up to you how much access you have given to the system, access to these external tools and services that you have given. And so it can figure out all of that thing. Even that is not easy, because not only you have to figure out which service to use, but also you have to figure out how to run that and call that service, what information you want to give, which means in this example, which pizza to order, how large, what is the address to which this has to be delivered. All of this information is also that needs to be figured out. So that is something all this AI agent can do over a natural language interface. Literally, you just have to say it, and mostly it will work for normal day-to-day tasks, which is not super complicated. If you ask it to solve, like do some very big things, like if you ask it to like make a plan for a house, I don't know if it can do that. I mean, it can do it probably, but something that you would not want. So make a plan, like make a blueprint of a house. So you cannot. It might not be able to do that complicated task, but you can achieve that by breaking down that problem into smaller pieces, and then that can do that. And that is the power of AI agents. Is that and these AI agent builder, or people also call it flow engineering, where you basically break down when you have a very big problem that you want to solve using this AI agent, or they also call it agentic manner. Again, coming back to the natural language definition, natural language interface definition, which is that you can interface with just by natural language, either by saying it, talking to it directly, or picking these natural language instructions from some file or something like that, or some server, some API or something like that. And it can be automated as well. A user doesn't have to be involved, but the common use case is a chat interface like ChatGPT and Claude. So you can use that and just talk to it directly. That is very common, but it doesn't have to be necessarily. It can be a very automated system as well. It can run behind the scenes. It can pick information from a server log, and that could be its starting point. That could be how agent can start and check for any security issues and make a report and dump it on Google Drive. And that's all the agent does. So there's not a human being involved there. It basically just took the logs and did something with that and read it in a natural language interface, because logs can be very messy. So it reads the server logs as a human would and analyzes that and does something on top of it. So yeah, that is what I think a much more layman explanation of or definition of AI agents. It is and actually it's a definition of LLM itself. Basically, this is a property of LLMs, LLM calls, large language models. That is what LLM does. And LLM is basically an interface, a natural language interface between a person, a human being, and a machine or a system. So that is the definition of LLM, and agents are something you build on top of LLM to do something more reasoning, more high level things, more more problem solving, more original problem solving thing, which otherwise you would have to do through some person. But now this original problem solving stuff can slowly, one by one, can be done through this agentic manner, which is nothing but using LLMs for reasoning and problem solving use cases, and planning and solving a problem at a high level. So that is what an AI agent does, and that is what an LLM does.